Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is that you're viewing this, wherever you're coming from. Today, I'm just gonna kind of vlog it out a little bit, man. Started out sunny today. It looks like it's gonna end up being cloudy. There is a chance of rain around 4, 5, 6 this afternoon. And I think that brings up another good topic for this video, which could be taking photos when there's boring skies. So check this out. I film a video pretty much every week, if not maybe twice a week sometimes. To edit all those photos and that video and get it up every week is almost impossible for me, especially with, working a full-time job, right? I end up with a lot more video and photos than you actually end up seeing on here. Now, I wish that wasn't the case, but that's just how it works. So I don't know if you're gonna see this video first, or the one I did last week, or the one I did the week before that, because the one I did the week before last week actually is a 2-week video, and it contains a lot of photos. There was 3 full days that went into that video, so I'm working on that one, and you're definitely gonna see that one because it's worth it. So if you're seeing this before those, I do have an electric scooter that I ended up borrowing from Jackson, and it has made riding around the city and the towns and everything just awesome. It's completely reinvigorated the whole joy of going around and looking for photos, doing street photography when I can scooter around. It's fantastic. So if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. And you can get these electric scooters for really cheap. This one that I got, I think was bought off Temu for a couple $100. I'm actually at Walmart right now. I'm gonna go get a lock because I want a lock to be able to lock it up somewhere and walk around that area if I want to. And then I can hop back on the scooter and get going to my next location. I'm gonna go in here and buy a lock real quick, and then we're gonna head downtown. Yup. All right. Just a little cheap one so I can walk away comfortably, because I don't always shoot in the greatest of neighborhoods, not always the best areas. It can happen. Let's go downtown and shoot some photos, man. As I'm driving out here looking for a place to park, found this little spot where I think I want to take the first photo at. I got a scene to the left of me here with what looks like an old Honda Civic and a house behind it, but behind me we got some graffiti through a fence that's chained off on a building kind of in the background. So I think we'll start here for our first photo and keep looking for a place to park. Not 100% sure how I want to shoot this yet, but I know I want to get that car in the frame somehow. So I'm sitting here kind of trying to work this one out, but I don't really know if there is a good frame here, but I'm gonna take a shot anyways. So the other shot I was actually talking about that I seen is right over here in this corner. Yeah, right back there, through that fence. It is bright as hell out here. That's when my eyes are squinting. When the sun pops out, it is super bright. It feels really good out here. So let's go find a place to park and get scootering. So I just realized I did forgot to take off the low cut filter since getting out the car, but we are back in the car, so I'm not gonna turn it off right now. But it's the only thing bad about having to switch settings pretty rapidly. Low cut filters, ND filters, whatever it is you're doing, shutter speeds, all of that. Because when you're in manual control, you have to remember to switch things back and forth. And sometimes I forget that. So hopefully those couple clips where I just talked aren't too bad, but we'll see. When I get back out the car though, I'm turning it off. Because when I'm in the car driving around, it's super important that I turn it off, that I turn the low cut filter on, or else I notice you hear all the boom, 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 booms as I'm driving, and it's not pleasing to the ears, and I would really like to make the audio just that much better. I'd seen that guy was about to come walking past. I stopped, and even though this garage was a boring subject, I knew he was about to walk between the garage and the alleyway, so I waited for him to come through, act like I was taking a picture of the garage, and got that shot of him in the middle where the alleyway entrance is, next to the garage, and then I took another one with him on the far corner of the frame. So that's how I ended up getting that subject over here, but we'll see how they come out. I'm trying to resist reviewing my photos, you know, because obviously when I shoot film I can't, and on here I can, but I don't like to. I find it a little distracting, but sometimes it's hard not to. But when I shoot film I can't, so I just try to remember that and shoot this camera just like I would film, because in almost every other way it is just like shooting my M6. Let's get out of here. Just rolled up on this one right here, this house, this tree branch, and whatever tree that is with the flowers overarching the driveway. Looks kind of aesthetically pleasing, so this might be a good one. Should have brought my sunglasses, man. So I was here at this spot on my pushing Kodak Gold video, but I want to shoot it again since I'm right here. This time, the M10. I really like the color of this building with it being green, and then it's obviously abandoned too. I think this will be nice. Wasn't bad for first little spot. Not bad for the first little ride around on the scooter around this area. I feel like I maybe got a keeper or two in there. Mostly architecture. Wasn't too many people except when I hit Nulu. Got a couple people, but it stayed mostly sunny out. You know, there's clouds in the sky, which still, you know, this is still a good subject for photographing boring skies when there's boring skies outside. You know, because like I said, I lean away from showing detail in the sky now because it can be distracting when I used to show a lot of that detail. So even though there was some clouds in the sky and it looked kind of, you know, it's still blue in the sky, I'm gonna lean towards brightening the skies. I like the bright, airy photos. Definitely, I utilize almost every photo some degree of negative clarity, and that gives it that kind of glow effect. And I think once you put all that together, it can make a really good photo. So that's a little tip for photographing on cloudy days, days when there's not a whole lot of pretty in the sky. Yeah. If you made it this far in the video, man, you already know you are a real one. Appreciate you being here. And I think we ended up with a couple little gems in this one. You know, the whole point of the video was, oh, you scared the shit out of me, bro. we hit the stop record button. Zach just walked in and scared the absolute shit out of me because I'm here at the shop by myself. It's Sunday, just trying to finish up this video. Wasn't expecting him to walk in, but that's what happened. But back to what I was saying, I feel like the whole point of this video was to say that no matter what the weather is like, you know, as far as if it's cloudy out or if it's sunny out or midday, that shouldn't stop you from going out and taking photos and going out and shooting. Trust me, I wish I could always just shoot in golden hour or blue hour, but that's just not the case. You know, I work 6 days a week. You know, most of us have jobs and have families and have other stuff going on. When we have the opportunity to go out and shoot, you know, sometimes we just got to take that. Even if it's a cloudy day, you can still apply what I was trying to say in this video to any of that. In fact, this was supposed to be a cloudy day and the sun just ended up popping out, but the same applies. In my photos, I've been leaning towards a brighter, airy image, and I think we got a couple good examples of that in here, and these are the same tactics that I would use if it's a cloudy day out, an ugly day out, whatever the case. You know, the first one I want to look at, because I do think I got a couple little gems in here, is, you know, the one with the guy walking in between the alleyway, between the garage and the houses. We got some orange. We do have the blue in the sky, but if you notice, the sky is very vibrant. It's an airy image. You know, I don't shine away from that because I don't need all that detail in the sky. Two next ones I really enjoyed was the one of the green abandoned building. I just like the green of that building. It came out fire, plus the orange building next to it. So we got two primary colors. As you see here, I still kind of blew out the sky a little bit. And then the one I took right after that with the three houses, I really like that one because the houses were three different colors. And then as you see, still in the sky, there's not a whole lot of detail. Next one that ended up shining out to me was, I didn't realize this until I came home and I went to go edit the photo, but the one here where up in the left-hand corner, we have the astronaut going like this. And then if you look at the guy, if we zoom in on him right here, he's kind of doing the same motion looking across the street. And so that really stuck out to me. And then the building in the background lines up perfectly with the pole. I like the buildings on the right hand side. The colors look good. So this one just really worked out for me. The only thing I wish wasn't here was the red markers in the street in the foreground, but I don't typically paint out anything in my photos, so I wasn't going to do it here and just left it. But other than that, I think this turned out to be an awesome photo. And then the last photo I took, walked away really happy with that one too. The intersecting highways, the blue, and that's why I left a little bit more detail in the sky, because there was a lot of blue in the sky and it matched the rest of the image. So if anything, this should show you no matter what the weather is outside, as far as if it's cloudy, midday light, anything but golden hour, you should still go out and shoot, man. So hopefully I inspired you to do that. I'm working on the next video already because it's quite a long one. A lot of photos and videos, spans like 2 weekends. So this was kind of an intermediate video between the last one and that one. And I'm going to stop yapping because I feel like I've been yapping too long already. I'm going to get to working on that one and get this uploaded so you can see it. All right? Go out and shoot if you haven't recently, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Peace.